ESPN, presented by the Stedman Clinic. The Outlaws are making their homecoming this to the weekend. The Whips have won 3 in a row. They're at 5-4. They've already salted away.
Surrounded by a bunch of rookies, new faces. Graham Bundy Jr. from St. Louis, Missouri. This defense will get tested today. JT Giles Harris will draw the
7% face-off win percentage, and Luke Weirman, the rookie out of Maryland, will counter him, so that'll be a matchup in whites, trimmed in black. Denver will play 2 this weekend. They'll wrap things up against the Chaos Sunday afternoon on ABC. Quick shot, Law scores! How about a young man out of Arapahoe High School, played for the Warriors. That's a stone's throw from where we are right now. Puts Denver up.
Great look up top. Dalton Young picks up the assist, and for some reason, some tough changes.
Right, here's one of them right here, 23 and right, Ryan Conrad. They made a trade for him with the Water Dogs earlier this week, so Conrad getting to play, and there's it! A little twin knotting this game up a 1 apiece.
I asked Zed before the game, I said, when you got that free agent tryout with the Buffalo Bills and you weighed in.
Possession for the Whipsnakes.
Whipsnakes operating without Tucker Dordevic, injured Sunday last week.
Levi Anderson shoots. McElroy's all over it. Yeah, that's a big reason why. Josh Zawada. He shoots a bouncer. That might try to handcuff Krebs on that bounce. That streak.
This Maryland team won back-to-back games last weekend at Homewood Field in Baltimore. Sauna-like conditions. I mean, well over the massive developments and traffic pregame.
Boy, it is developing. There's no question about it. And then traffic goes hand in hand with that question mark. Maybe pushing the bag too. Officials didn't see it. Now 5 seconds to shoot. Dalton Young's going to have to let it go. Covered beautifully though. Defended well. That time
they had a 4-on-3. Rambo, for whatever reason, was up at the substitution box talking to the coaching staff.
Said, oh, he barely misses from there, but McElroy with a nice save.
Best stop of the game.
Find Patra.
Good defense by Alex Smith.
Malone. As defender hung up. Good pass inside. And it's buried by Raul as a member of the Whipsnakes, and they take the lead.
Space, and it's like a tap-in. Welcome to the Whipsnakes. There's nothing like playing meaningful. Locker room, made them a better culture, helping the young guys.
They really turned the corner. That shot again deflected, but right to Rambo. Malone takes the shot. He continues to struggle. Someone's got to be open. Try to force that pass inside. O'Neal tracks it down, but just 5 to shoot. O'Neal's going to have to let it go one-handed. It does! It scores! Standing O from Barton. We're all tied at 2.
He's been flirting with this shot all season. We've seen him take this off the mark. He realizes that the shot clock is not his friend. And so when Burns got a one-handed shot, I think that's going to become more and more commonplace.
Why do you think that is?
Stick technology. The sticks are getting lighter. The athletes are getting stronger.
Denver takes the lead. 2 home. This time it's Josh Zawada.
It's a big goal for Josh Zawada. Fogo Nardella, 91 in white, who loses his stick. And
help comes. That's going to leave Patra open. They move it around to Rambo. O'Neal, or I should say TJ Malone, couldn't handle that. But Zed picks it up. Now he's on the move. Shoot, scores! Look how well he moves for such a big guy.
He's just a menace. He's a menace, and he bails out. And Williams comes up with a scoop, and suddenly the Denver defense is out of sorts. They kind of lose their match.
Urgence of this team here, winning 3 in a row coming into this weekend, and an opportunity. They already know they're going to the playoffs. Young, nowhere to go with it. Oh, look at the size of that shot.
Defend the 2 here against Chanenchuk. He's number 1 on the near side.
I'll pair it for a little bit.
There's Malone. There's
right
Chanenchuk
here.
right there.
You better defend that 2.
Or Chanenchuk will go inside and find Anderson. Was that cue a direct result of Chanenchuk being
a rookie out of St. Joe's, the big lefty, positions himself in the high slot area. Basically,
outstanding short stick D midi today. Puglisi picks it up. Rambo shoots. McElroy with the great save.
Position, left side of your screen. Rambo from me to you. McElroy matches up.
Look at Bundy getting free from the defender. He shoots and scores!
again, he has got the reputation as a 2-point. All his extra possessions really added up.
Zed is just feeling it right now. Gets it to Malone. He shoots, bounces high to Rambo behind the cage. Showed what they could do as a nation at the last World Championships last year in San Diego. Denver on the attack. The extra pass. Bundy from 2. Krebs making the save. His 5th save, but it stays with Denver, so this elongated offensive possession. Only 4 to shoot, though. Anderson can't get it on net. Chorus. Far side to Zed. Behind him alone. Shoots, bounces it wide.
Malone's the guy that's got to come to the party today.
Here he is. Lowers his shoulder into a defender, just shoots it high, and he's mad at himself because he got himself some space.
Washington and Lee and Rutgers. Coach Staggs has done wonderful work. I love it when you're in his huddles. He makes it feel like it's a democracy.
These guys, and on the Denver side, they're doing a nice job at trying to make them play faster. That's what Stagnita has said from the beginning of this game. They're pressing us. They're making us play faster. When we slow down, there's a lot of people open.
And he was not open, but most waited for the defense to run right by him, and he was able to beat Matt.
In the running for Rookie of the Year with Connor Schellenberger and Brendan O'Neill. This is
Denver's won 7 of the 11 draws. Started pushing the back on that one. That's why Outlaws with possession. Look at Hanley. You need him to come to the fore. And with just over a minute left in this first half, he does just that.
He is Paul Bunyan with a lacrosse stick, just leaning in. That's great defense by.
As we have gone back and forth from the start. Here comes Channing. Shannon chucked down the alley. Had a little bit of a space. Oh, tried to force a pass in. Now it's loose in front. Of course, the two-way man will stay on and try and utilize that pick from Malone. Gets it back to Malone. Anderson ducks under his defender, has room, scores! That was a thing of beauty.
You think about clock management, but I love this. Slob pass, pump and go by Anderson. Really nice.
Second half underway here in Denver. Whipsnakes lead by 1 with the ball. First possession, now under 10 to shoot. Zed. He's got to let it fly and does. Bounce shot just wide. Tries a question mark, can't get a shot off. Defended well. That was Manley. Here's Patra. On the run, shoots and scores. Now the shorty Will Hawes on him, Q, and he took advantage.
A good clear out by the Whipsnakes. Tell you, Patra coming out of Loyola. Watching him play, attack from the wing, but from the invert behind the net. He's a masterful pickup by Jimmy Stagnita in the draft.
Look how tough Nardella is on that ground ball. Now he's going to take a shot and score! Nardella's 2nd of the year.
But more than that, he makes the most of his limited opportunities as an offensive player, because in this.
Well, Coach Staggs had a big smile on his face pregame when I asked about Nardella, and you're right, he leads in faceoffs, but he said he's just a consummate professional. Always watching film, put him back in Rutgers, and now you can see Staggs on the sidelines heated about something.
Watch it as he comes down here. He keeps switching hands, a big swim left to right.
Conrad, 23 and white, on his new team, traded from the Water Dogs in midweek. He's got a goal already in this game.
He was happy, he told me pregame. Said he sulked initially this week, and then he was thrilled.
And now he's got an assist to boot.
And I get now to play in some big, meaningful games. Yes. And so while he loved his playing in a meaningful game in the month of August, and this team, the Whipsnakes, will play a playoff.
Heacock coming off a monster game last week, a monster weekend last weekend. Rambo, the extra pass. Channon shook off the pipe.
Woo.
Over.
Those sting.
Terefenko's going to want to give it up and run off the field. That's exactly what he does.
I got Zed Williams on D.
Casino scores! The rookie from Albany.
Zed Williams overplays it. He resets his feet. Shoots this one at about 1. Yeah. Center top 10 plays. High-level offensive lacrosse. Really fun. Carolina finally woke up on offense.
Can they keep it going off the pipe as Anderson
Denver needs this game more than Maryland does. Maryland's already clinched the postseason.
Zawada down low. Krebs makes the save. Back upfield with ball on his right.
Chanachuk's dangerous.
Wanted to take the shot. McElroy saw it.
O'Neal needs more touches.
Law scores! Flying through the air.
Eric Law, the crowd defense is set. He curls up left-handed, offers a visual target. You see the head fake. He looks down at Krebs' feet.
Lowers his shoulder.
Heacock wants his left hand.
Back left!
Comes off a pick. Question marks back to his right. Can't get anything there. Malone, though, comes upfield. And
when you have the season and curls, it doesn't hesitate and beats Smith 39 to the goal line extended. The good news for him is he's got 2 games this weekend and 1 next weekend, where Malone is done. And then you got Connor Schellenberg,
who's also playing for the best team in the league.
20 still needs more touches. We said it, he had 11 touches in the first half. How many touches does Brennan O'Neal have now in the third quarter?
Ferrara, tough angle. Krebs couldn't find it initially, but makes the save.
Now has 16 touches on the game, which is really half of what he should have. When they're playing well, he's getting well past 32, 36 touches.
And Maryland continued. Ryan Conrad, what a debut for 23 in whites. Came over from the water to
attacking this Denver defense from behind the net. Alex Smith, decent defense. They're going to have to support that matchup and send the double team.
And Nardella paints a corner. Largest lead of the night for the Whipsnakes. And they've taken this great crowd at Barton.
Quarter for Maryland. Nardella, that time respected. He switched by Joe Nardella. Big quarter for Maryland. They went into, they've gone to a heavy behind the net presence on offense.
Alert! Alert! Alert!
Rambo.
Alert! Alert!
Got to step on his defender. Tough angle, but he scores anyway.
And it works again. Say to yourself, gosh, Rambo's lost a step. And then 10 seconds later, he makes a play like this, where you're like, well, not so fast.
Conrad is feeling it. McElroy shot. Good matchup for him. Comes back upfield, but the help is there. And he has no help himself.
I got to get the ball out of your stick. He drew 3.
Bundy rips it.
He drew 3 to limited factor. 1 goal, no assist.
Hanley. Squires on him. Here's O'Neal. On the run. Shoots. Krebs saves.
And what happens?
Coming upfield. Help comes. Tries to skip it to the far side to Zed. Zed spins, shoots. Wide.
Whipsnake.
Good enough angle to take a shot. Ferrara.
Step out, defend the 2.
O'Neal. Ferrara shoots too high.
Right!
10 seconds to shoot. Young shoots, scores on the bouncer. So turn to another rookie in Dalton Young.
Young works off the pick at X. He gets the switch, but then when he gets up to that high right hand.
Back right! Back right!
And Rambo, 2 college teammates, win a national championship at Maryland. Heacock shoots. McElroy makes the save.
Superb. Plays like he's 35 years old.
Rambo.
Hey, X!
Nice catch by Malone.
Back left!
Patra shoots, scores.
Silence here in Denver as this Whipsnake the goal all day. This ball reversal is perfect. Malone swings it from Rambo.
Have a call against Denver. Going to be a turnover. Offsides on the restart. Malone scores on the other end. Bentz.
TJ Malone building that resume for Rookie of the Year. Tell you, the whipster of the Atlas and Brennan O'Neal of the Outlaws, TJ Malone.
7 in black is the main weapon from 2-point range. There he's got the ball. He'll fire. Krebs saw it all the way. Zed. Double team. Up to Conrad. Tried to get it to Patra. Cannons still couldn't, kind of control their own destiny, if you will, to be the 3 seed, which I think is important because then you avoid the Atlas in the semifinals if you get that far. Conrad again with the shot. TJ, our producer, saying Maryland wouldn't play for another, 24 more days, TJ?
He was an undergraduate at Virginia. Nail a 55-yard field goal at the Syracuse.
That one and take that 2-point shot. Still has it.
The loser of that game down the road could ultimately have next year's first round.
It's on the score differential. That's a big deal for them. They'll be 6-4, and they'll finish at +11.
+11,
in their score differential if it holds up like this.
Utah's +8.
17 minutes in this game.
That's a huge game, by the way. Denver and Carolina on ESPN2 tomorrow. The game on ABC tomorrow will be red. Looks great in his new colors. Jimmy Stagnina's got this team rolling towards the postseason.
There you see the updated standings at 6-4. American at that number 3 spot if all works their way for the rest of this weekend and next weekend. Kaylee standing by with